We was on mute.
Well,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. We wanted to briefly come on this morning. Is this? You're so awesome. You know, I'm a little challenged when it comes to technology. So hubby gotta come in and step in and help me out on some of these things. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Friday.
It's Friday. So we wanted to come on, guys, and we wanted to just briefly come on and touch bases with you guys. We have an amazing event that we are a part of. It's going to be next week. Oh, I'm talking in the background. Next week in Atlanta, and I put the link in the chat in the comments so that you guys can join us. But we will be in Atlanta at the Glory Encounter, and we want to invite each and every one of you guys to join us. So my question is, how hungry are you? How hungry are you for the glory of God? We got to get to a place where we are hungry, where we are enthusiastic, where we are chasing and running after the power and the glory of God. And so we wanted to come on and just chat with you guys a little bit this morning and invite you to join us next week. It starts Thursday night. Now during the day, there will be day sessions, there will be workshops, and you need to click the link to register to join us at the workshops during the day on Friday and Saturday. But each and every night of the Glory Encounter, there will be worship service, and that's free to the public. So we ask that you guys join us each and every night starting next Thursday.
Several different speakers that are going to be there, huge complex of different subjects that a lot of churches don't really want to touch these days. They kind of just stay away from the shy way, and just kind of keep it to the same, in and out. And then people aren't getting what they need, they're not getting the coverage they need, they're not getting the understanding, the knowledge, and the things that they need to, one, fight off the enemy, fight off attacks, and understand that this world doesn't operate just fleshly, that there is a spiritual world out there. There's also spiritual attacks, which means that you have to operate in deliverance. You have to operate in your gifts. You need to operate in prophetic. You need to operate in healing hands so that you know how to defend yourself and be on the offensive. We can't always be Christians that are defending ourselves. We have to be on the offensive. We have to move forward. And the way we do that is by operating these gifts in our churches. And so this workshops is not just for individuals, but it's for pastors, it's for apostles, it's for anybody who currently may not be operating in those gifts, so that you can come out and learn from these men and women of God that are coming out to teach and to make you aware of what's happening in the world today.
There is going to be a great shift. So I want each and every person, when you are planning, when you are coming, when you are registering for the Glory Encounter, I want you to have a great expectation of what is going to happen. This is not just another conference for you to click the link, register, but this is a conference that you need to come with a great expectation. You need to have a great expectation that not only will you be healed, delivered, set free, but your children, your bloodline, your generation, people that you encounter, people in your ministry, that what you receive and what God does for you in the atmosphere at the glory encounter, you will then take that and the residue, the seeds of it that will be planted on the inside of you, you will be able to go and take that forth, and it will be a multiplication. We got to understand that a lot of times when we're looking for healing and deliverance, we want the people to come to us. But let me tell you a little something about the authority of the demonic and satanic entities, right? When you enter into someone else's home, they have authority in that atmosphere. But when you enter into a space where healing and the glory and the power of God is being operating in, then that person who is inflicted, if you got healing that needs to go forth, if you have any witchcraft or anything like that that is in your bloodline, that it has been embedded in you, or terror or torment and spirits or anything like that, when you get into the atmosphere, right? When you get into the atmosphere, the power of God arrests the atmosphere. So it is a different type of breakthrough. It is a different type of healing. It is a different type of deliverance when you enter into the atmosphere of the man or woman of God who is operating in the power of God. It's different when you invite somebody to your space than when you go into the space. Because when you go into the space where the glory of God is resting in, now whatever is attached to you comes up under the authority of God. And that is where true deliverance and true healing comes forth. So we are inviting each and every one of you to click the link, join us next week. Join us. Invite your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your neighbors. Invite people to come out.
You have to understand, when you come where you're in a location where all we're doing is fighting these attacks, fighting these attachments, these bondage, these hindrances, generational ties, soul ties. We are gathered, we're surrounded by several men and women of God that know how to operate, and they do it on a regular basis in the gifts that God has given us all. But we have gotten to the point where we are operating them on a regular basis. We can remove those hindrances, we can remove those soul ties, we can break those different. We can do it because we're in an area where the enemy cannot enter where we're at. It's not going to let any of its operations generals there, none of the demons, none of the monitoring spirits, none of that can enter the place where there's so many men and women of God that are there solely to just heal and deliver. So that's why it's so important to make it to this event. It's not a conference where you just get to sit there and you listen to music and stuff like that. It's not that. I'm not knocking that either. Sometimes you need education, you need information. But what this is operating for is basically to just pour into you, but also strip you of anything that's attached to you from deals that were made behind closed doors generations before you came, and you're the author. You don't even know that anything's been going on, but the whole time you're wondering why you're always sick, you're always financially stressed. There's reasons that those things happen, and they're usually because there's some kind of attachment and there's residue that we are walking around with every day because of witchcraft, demonic possession, monitoring spirits, friendly spirits. Those things, we don't know how to fight them. We don't know how to defend ourselves from them. So all we do, we use the one weapon we have. We pray, and pray, but we also need to be able to know how to remove it so that we can take it off, because prayer is the best weapon we have. But then also we have the gifts that God has given us. And these men and women that are going to be at this conference operate in them. They remove these hindrances, these things causing health problems, these spirits that are sitting there monitoring your finances, and you're always wondering, you're everybody else in your classification is making over $100,000 a year, and you can barely make your car payment, but everybody else is thriving. It's generally some kind of attachment somewhere. Yes, people have bad judgment, but a lot of times the bad judgment is because of something they're hearing, not because they're operating right. We have to make sure that we're using every weapon in the arsenal that God provides in our armor, which is prayer, deliverance, and knowledge. And we will give you all of that when you come to the conference with everybody that's going to be there. Please click the link. Look at the information. If it looks like it's something that you're interested in, that you want to move in it, that you want to operate in, and it can bless your life. If you know somebody that's being hindered, if somebody's being attacked, give them the link. Let them get invited. Let them come. If they can't afford to come, maybe you can bless them and let them, that way they can come and get free. But it's so important that you do this. Please.
And understand that it is greater than just you. Let us say good morning to our spiritual father,
Yes.
Apostle Martin Griffin. Good
morning,
morning. So we invite each and every one of you guys to join us. And a lot of times when we talk about healing and when we talk about breakthrough and deliverance, we find that people go from service to service and they're searching for healing, they're searching for deliverance, they're searching for freedom. But one of the problems is they go to the service they receive, but they don't know how to maintain. And that is the most important thing. And we will be teaching that next week, because it's one thing to come and you get free and you get delivered and you get breakthrough. But after you leave, understand that there will be, right? There will be a test. There will be spirits trying to come and knock back at the door that they were just freed from. Because whenever you go through a deliverance, the demonic and satanic entities that used to call you home, right? They used your vessel as a home. They were comfortable there. And when they're kicked out, they're looking for a home. So they're going to come back. And you got to understand things that you cannot do. You got to understand things that you cannot say. You got to understand that there has to be a shift. There has to be a change. You can't get free. You can't be delivered and then go through a healing and then go right back and continue the same lifestyle, continue the same mindset, continue speaking the same words. There has to be a change. And we're not only going to operate in a space of healing and deliverance, but education. Education is the key component to you completely being healed, mind, body, and soul. We focus so much on the activity of healing, but without the educational part, the foundation of understanding what is done, understanding complete healing, understanding the behavioral and mindset and the word changes that needs to go forth, healing and deliverance will be a lifetime transformation. We're not just here to help you self-improve, but your life, your mind, your thoughts, everything will be transformed. How hungry are you? You got to make sure you get there and join us at the Glory Encounter next week. But don't just come out of formality. Don't just come because it's something else for you to do. Don't just come because you like some of the speakers that are going to be there, some of the apostles and prophets and men and women of God that will be that on the flyer. Don't just come for that, but come hungry, seeking the glory of God. Come ready to lay out, to purge, come ready to release.
You have to invest in yourself. You invest in yourself, so you have 401k for your retirement. You have life insurance for your family. You invest in your vehicle. You make sure the oil changes are done. You make sure the batteries are rotated. You make sure the tires are rotated. You do all of that. You will invest in so many other things, but you're not investing in your spiritual welfare. You're not investing in what's going to keep you whole, what's keeping the enemy at bay. We are going to make sure that you can get that at this conference. It's not just for us to just speak. It's not just that. It's going to be it's giving you information that you can hold on to and take with you so that you can use it. It's not just, oh, we're here, we're listening, and that's it. It's also teaching. It's how to apply it into your everyday method, how to see the warning signs, how to see where the enemy is attacking, how to learn to really use discernment and not just be fooled by the enemy when they lead you astray, even if it sounds good. Because there's the old saying, the road to hell is paved by good intentions. A lot of times somebody sounds like they're doing something good for you, and it's the enemy pulling you away from your purpose. We have to learn how to use discernment. All of this is what you're getting at this conference. It's telling you how to operate on a daily basis when it comes to spiritual attack. You make sure you're dressed right for work. You make sure your children are dressed right for work. You make sure you eat healthy. You make sure you're doing all of that. But you're not covering your spiritual self. You're not covering your spiritual covering for your family. You're not, especially men. Men, we are the number one target from the enemy because we are the head and not the tail. We are the ones that are held responsible. We are the covering for our wives and our children. So men, please go to this and register so that you can operate. If you're in a home with your wife and children, and just like I do, I have a gun in my house to protect my family from physical attack. I need to have the right weapons at home to keep my family protected from spiritual attack. And that's what this is for you men. Please come and join us at this conference.
Yes. So, guys, listen. The link is in the comment section. I have posted the link. Click the link. Remember, the registration is for the daily workshops that will be going on during the day. But every evening, the service is free and open to the public. So join us at the services every single evening. And listen, come hungry. Invite your people, anybody. Listen, you are looking at two people that God has completely reached his hand down and flipped their lives upside down. And I'll be talking about, my testimony at the event where God healed me, where God delivered me. Somebody who was said that they would never walk again, somebody who was in a coma for an extended time, and God said, no, I have great work for you to do. My husband being trained as a warlock. So when we talk about deliverance, when we talk about spirit going from one dimension to the next dimension, monitoring your finances, sitting on your body, causing different health issues. We're speaking to you from a place that we've lived this. We've walked through this. My husband was a trained warlock that is now submitted his life to the work of God, and God uses the information. God uses what he was taught in his young years to now free the body of Christ. So this is your season. This is your time. This is time for you to be free. It's time for you to be healed. It's time for you to be delivered. It is time for breakthrough. It's time for you to break free of all the limited beliefs, all of the word curses, all of the illnesses and things that you find in your family. This is your time to be free. You not only owe it to yourself, you owe it to your generation and the generations before you. You are worth it. You are worth being healed. And this is just not another encounter and conference for you to come and get laid hands on. No, you need the education. You need the education component to go along with your deliverance, to go along with your healing. Because it's one thing to go from doctor to doctor, from hospital to hospital, but you continue to have to go through those cycles when there's nobody teaching you how to stay healed. And that is the difference. Come to the glory encounter with a great expectation of miracles, signs, and wonders, and understand that God is going to meet you there. The atmosphere is already set. The atmosphere is just waiting for you to get there. Healing, breakthrough, freedom is your portion. And that is, you will not be the same. However you walk in, know that you will be different. You will be different. You got to come with a great expectation. You got to come hungry. You got to come. Only thing you need is one touch. Just one touch. That's all it takes.
Knowledge is power. And knowing how you can operate every day to defend yourself from spiritual attacks and spiritual enemies. You need that. it has to be part of your life. It has to be something. It can't just be the music and the fellowship, and you're still trapped. You're still bonded. You're still being pushed through all kinds of really like hell, simply because you don't know what's going on, because you don't know the knowledge, you don't know what's happening, you don't know how to defend yourself. When you hear somebody kind of explain it a little bit, but you're not quite sure, you don't know how to defend yourself from it. That's what you're going to get here. Knowledge is power. When we are praying, we
Yes. So click the link. Join us at the Glory Encounter. It starts next week in the Atlanta area, but it's Riverdale, I believe, in Riverdale, in the Atlanta area. So North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, New York, Pennsylvania, Alabama, all the surrounding areas. Jump in your car. Meet us there. Get an airline ticket. Meet us there. We invest in so many other things. Invest in yourself. And don't come alone. Bring someone with you. Remember, the workshops are during the day. Every single night we will have worship service, and the worship service is free to the public. So the link is there. Let me just shout. Denisa, good morning. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Apostle Powell. Good morning, Roxanne. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. Please hit the share button and share it on your page and in your group so that we can get the word out about the Glory Encounter. Listen, there's going to be a complete shift in the atmosphere. The glory of God, the power of God. Come hungry. Come with a great expectation. And we will see you guys there. Click the link. Go and register. Bring a friend. Bring your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, whoever. But meet us there.
See you guys there next week, Thursday through Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your Friday and enjoy your week. Be safe.
God bless you guys. Bye-bye.